Settle in, finding that comfortable place where the world softens around the edges. Let your breath become as gentle as a whisper. In and out, in and out. Imagine a future so far removed from our own, where cityscapes shimmer with unseen energy and the very air hums with silent data. In this distant year, 3042, lived Kaïra. Kaïra with eyes like deep pools reflecting starlight and a mind that danced with the currents of chronology. Her work was unique, even in an era of marvels. She was a chrono detective, a guardian of the timeline. In her time, crimes were rarely loud or violent. They were subtle ripples, almost imperceptible distortions in the fabric of reality itself. Most vanished without a trace, erased by technology so advanced it could unmake truth. Kaïra possessed a gift, or perhaps a burden. She could travel through time, not with a clunky machine, but with a thought, a focused intention. A shimmering haze, like heat rising from warm stone, would envelop her. And then, a new era, a different sky. She could even slip through the ages unseen, an invisible whisper in the grand narrative of history. But with such power came immense responsibility, for every journey was a delicate dance, a risk of unraveling a thread, of altering the sacred chronicles of existence. Tonight, a new enigma had settled upon the gleaming spires of Neo-Viridia. An unknown man, found in a silent alleyway, his presence extinguished. No visible wound, no digital footprint, just an absence. Yet a faint temporal residue, a whisper of misplaced time, clung to the air around him. It suggested a weapon far more dangerous than any blade or blaster. Another time traveler. A rogue. Kaïra stood in her minimalist apartment, the soft, ambient glow from the city outside casting long, gentle shadows. Her temporal compass, a small polished sphere that pulsed with faint, indigo light, spun slowly, erratically. The killer could be anywhere, anywhen. The vast tapestry of history lay open, an infinite labyrinth of moments. Where to begin? The question floated in the quiet air, light as a feather. Kaïra closed her eyes, letting her intuition, that soft, knowing voice within, guide her. There was a pull, faint yet insistent, drawing her not forward into more distant futures, nor to the familiar hum of the recent past. No, it was a call from deeply ancient roots, from a time rich with tradition, honor, and the rustle of silk. A deep breath, a gentle focusing of her will. The familiar shimmer began to coalesce around her, a comforting warmth, like sunlight on an old stone wall. The air in her apartment seemed to waver, to stretch. Then, with a soft, almost imperceptible shift, she was elsewhere. The scent of pine and damp earth filled her senses, mingling with something else. Charcoal smoke and the distant, sweet perfume of cherry blossoms. The gentle breeze whispered through what felt like paper screens. Gone were the crystalline towers of 3042. Above her, a sky not unlike her own, but softer, dusted with stars that seemed closer, brighter. Below, a landscape painted in hushed greens and browns, under a moon that was a sliver of polished pearl. She stood within the quiet tranquility of an ancient Japanese garden, the subtle gurgle of a hidden stream nearby, the delicate sigh of bamboo in the wind. Her temporal compass glowed, a steady, soft blue now. It pointed, somewhere, into this tapestry of centuries past. She was in ancient Japan. The exact year was still a puzzle, but the feeling was unmistakable. A deep sense of peace, yet also a subtle thrum of possibility. She felt the cool night air on her face, heard the distant croak of a frog from a pond. The scent of wood smoke was stronger now, from a nearby village perhaps, nestled amongst the rolling hills. Kaïra began to walk, her steps silent on the raked gravel path. Each tiny stone, each carefully placed rock, seemed to hold a story, a memory of a time long gone. The moonlight filtered through the leaves of ancient maple trees, creating dancing patterns on the ground, like secrets whispered by the wind. She passed a stone lantern, its soft glow revealing intricate carvings, worn smooth by countless years. Why here? Her rational mind, trained in the cold logic of future forensics, couldn't explain it. But her intuition, that soft, persistent voice, knew. Somewhere in this quiet, moonlit realm, a misplaced echo from her own time might linger. A subtle disruption, a faint ripple in the still waters of history, left by a killer seeking refuge amongst the samurai and poets. She was invisible here, a phantom observer in a world centuries removed. She could watch, listen, and seek the faintest trace. The murderer, like herself, possessed a gift of temporal travel, a dangerous anomaly. Kaïra had to find their footprint, their anomaly. The garden unfolded around her, a masterpiece of natural beauty and deliberate design. A small arched bridge painted in a deep, muted red crossed over a narrow stream. The water flowed calmly beneath it, a soft, continuous murmur that was incredibly soothing. Kaïra paused on the bridge, looking down at her reflection, or rather, the faint distortion where her reflection should be. She was there, yet not there. The air grew cooler as the night deepened, but it was a gentle coolness, not harsh. The rustling leaves above her head seemed to be whispering ancient secrets, stories of a time when the world was slower, more connected to the earth. She listened, not with her ears alone, but with every fiber of her being, trying to catch any stray thought, any displaced emotion that might echo from the future. Her goal was not to disrupt, but to observe, to find the subtle disharmony, the faint scent of something that didn't belong, like a single modern pixel in an ancient painting. She knew that even the most careful temporal traveler leaves a mark, a subtle signature that only another like her could perceive. The moonlight continued its gentle descent, painting everything in shades of silver and deep indigo. The world around Kaïra seemed to breathe, expanding and contracting with its own quiet rhythm. The soft glow of the stone lanterns along the path cast long, dancing shadows that seemed to sway with the breeze, like ancient spirits observing her silent vigil. She felt a deep sense of connection to this place, this time. A feeling that wasn't just about her mission, but about the profound beauty of history itself, the way each moment flowed into the next, creating an unbroken river of existence. And somewhere, upstream or downstream, was the current she sought. As the night deepened further, the sounds of the garden grew even softer. The distant call of an owl, the gentle chirping of crickets, the continuous, lulling murmur of the stream. Kaïra closed her eyes, letting the stillness of ancient Japan wash over her. She was a silent observer, a temporal whisper drifting through the past, searching for a shadow, a ripple, a clue that would lead her back to her own time, back to the truth. Let your breathing deepen now, a gentle rise and fall, just like the ebb and flow of time itself. Imagine yourself drifting with Kaïra through this tranquil garden, under the watchful, soft eye of the moon. Let the quiet beauty of ancient Japan lull you into a peaceful, restful sleep. You are safe, you are still. And time, for now, is simply a gentle, flowing river. Sleep now.